and these two sides have played in the last 4 grand finals. And Sydney started the game with no less than 14 of their 2005 premiership stars, while last year's beaten grand finalist Port Adelaide made one change to the team that lost to Geelong by 9 points in the opening round of the season, with Troy Chaplin replacing Tom Logan. Here's how the game unfolded from a glorious day at the SCG. Underway from the SCG, round 2, the only match in round 2 between two losers from round 1. Quick whistle provided here, and the free kick is going to Port Adelaide. Chad Corns drives them forward to the half-forward line, making good ground, but unable to take the mark. It was laid, now has the support of Motlop. Puts on the jets, gets Port Adelaide inside their attacking 50. Westhoff couldn't find it, under good pressure there from Grundy. Ball in dispute, scooped up by Daniel Pearce. Leo Barry with safe hands, and now the Swans are running. Kirk.
And Bolton's out by himself. If they can only get it over to him, now they have. A bit of space for him to run into.
Jude Bolton looks up, has Barry Hall on the lead, and he takes the mark. Just inside the 50.
It was a good hit up to get Barry Hall involved in the game early.
Gain Hall goes in hard against Thurstons. Now a chance. Kieran Jack. They go to work, the Swans. Inside the first minute, and Sydney get the opening goal, and it's Kieran Jack who comes up with his first in the AFL. Well, at fullback, and now Kieran Jack getting the first goal of the game. Darren Jolly's given away a free kick.
Adam Goods has thrown a backhander there, and his player has not moved. The Port Adelaide player's on the ground, you can see in the background.
Matt Thomas it is.
And they're calling for the... Peter Burgoyne's calling for a stretcher.
Matt Thomas down. Port go forward. Motlop on the end of it. Works inside the 50 with dazzling speed. Gets an open look at it. Likes it off the boot. Port Adelaide have the quick reply. Oh. So a tremendous clash, and what a start to the game. After 2 and a bit minutes. Jolly gets the tap this time. Sean Burgoyne goes off the ground to get Port Adelaide forward. Westhoff attacks it strongly. Scoops up the ball. Burgoyne on the 50. Unloads. Unprotected. Goal square. Port will kick 2 in 30 seconds. Getting into his back, Adam Goods. Not a lot of science in that. And Port Adelaide win another free.
Bit clumsy. They've had the opportunity to play on as well. Long to Corns.
Treadray lurking at the back, takes the mark, puts it onto the boot, and Port Adelaide have kicked their third. Looks inboard, has support. Mark taken here by Kieran Jack. Now to the half-forward line. Jude Bolton couldn't take it, coming out strongly. Pettigrew goes off the ground. Goods comes across. Can't handle it. Ryan O'Keefe cleans up for him. Again, Barry Hall the target. Missed his target though. Now Barry Hall comes back, needs help. Off a step, the kick from Jared Moore into the pocket, and the Swans get Lewis Roberts-Thompson involved. Started on the bench, having an immediate impact after coming on. And there's Barry Hall. Impressive mark here at term number 1. Roberts-Thompson. Tucked in on the pocket, gives it a good ride, and he's threaded the needle. A much-needed goal for the Swans. Roberts-Thompson doing the ruck work, but Lade beat him to it. Here's Sean Burgoyne with some problems. Has coughed it up. Big problems now for Port Adelaide as the Swans come forward once more. Bevan takes a strong mark. Oh, you've had some problems with Port Adelaide in the past, my friend.
Just nodded off.
And they were on fire there for a while, but here's Bevan coming in. Back-to-back goals for the Sydney Swans. It's a 1-point game. Needs help. O'Loughlin there to provide it. He goes laterally as well. Buchanan looks for Barlow. Pass left a little to be desired, but the Swans with numbers. O'Keefe wheeling and dealing. Now to the run of Heath Grundy, who unloads from 45, and Grundy comes up with a goal.
Yeah.
Goods wrestles his way to the front, gets Sydney going forward, but only as far as Surgeon. He gets it to Salopek. Brogan cutting across, got in Kane Corn's way. He thought he was affected there by Kennelly. Now McVeigh.
O'Loughlin's free.
Runs inside the 50. O'Loughlin in the goal square. Takes the mark. Will play on. The Swans have kicked 4 in a row.
Test.
Jolly again wrestles his way to the front and wins the free kick against Dean Brogan.
Yeah, just Dean Brogan, I think, got hold of his arm in the ruck contest.
Goods looks for the lead of Barlow. Goods knocked down after the event, so it was going to be a free and/or mark. Kicks from just inside the 50. Barlow likes it off the boot. The big cheese from Bega has got the job done.
Not sure that's the sort of feedback you want at times. Straight from the coach. You've done something wrong.
Kasisi, quick kick out of the centre. It lands in the lap of Warren Treadray. He can go back and shoot right in front. Kick 2 last week against Geelong. Already has kicked 1 today, and Warren Treadray gets his second to snap the drought for Port Adelaide.
There's some space here.
Jolly for the lead of O'Loughlin, and Michael O'Loughlin takes an uncontested mark. Kicked his first from the goal square in term number 1. This looks good off the boot as well, and Sydney extend their lead. Couldn't find it. Ted Riches hacks it out of the danger zone, but Kasisi found it again. Ebert shut down by multiple defenders. Kane Corns into the back. Ty Kennelly gives away the free kick. Goal kicker against the Swans, round 8 last season. Kane Corns comes in, has it straight, sneaks it through, and Port Adelaide get the quick reply. Kane Corns been top 3 in the best and fairest the last 4 years at Port Adelaide. Laid with the tap. Port Adelaide with some momentum. Burgoyne.
They can run on with the advantage here.
Advantage is paid. Sean Burgoyne with a bounce comes up with a goal. Port Adelaide have kicked 2 in a minute.
And hope that Lewis Roberts Thompson can do some nullifying work with Lade and Brogan when they're rotating through the middle.
Peter Everett still some 2 weeks away after having knee surgery during the pre-season for the Swans. And again, Lade with the tap. Kasisi under pressure couldn't handle it. Coming through strongly was Kieran Jack.
High tackle.
Now, that's been called by the umpire who's about 50 metres away, so he had a better view, he thinks, than the umpire 2 metres away.
Kieran Jack looks for Barry Hall. Thurston's getting into his back, has given away a free kick for chopping of the arms.
And that is a rule that's come in over the last few years. It certainly was a tactic of every good defender. If you couldn't get near the ball, you had to hit the arms. I think probably we see there the right chop. Wasn't a lot in it, but Sydney Swans coach Paul Rouge was probably the best in the game at chopping the arms.
He told me you taught him.
Oh, I know, he's a bit older than me.
This is Barry Hall from outside the 50, leans back, makes no mistake.
And once again, Brogan's dropped back behind the play, so he'll be on the end of this kick possibly.
Craig Bolton gets it from Buchanan. Barry Hall on the charge.
Well done.
Great work from Pettigrew. Diffused the situation momentarily, but Sydney's still pressing. Off the boot, Jared Moore intelligently gets it to Jared McVeigh. Laid third man up. Kane Corns got rid of Adam Goods. Now O'Keefe on the ball for Sydney. Unable to take a mark in their attacking 50 at the moment. Bevan, quick hands. Jude Bolton. Kirk.
There's not much time around if you have the ball.
Barlow in traffic. And now the ball spills free. Brett Kirk onto the left boot. Swings around, and the Swans have kicked the last 3. Richards has support out wider. Grundy to the lead of O'Keefe. Came out strongly to take the mark. Now Barry Hall's on the lead. Brogan steps into the gap, comes up with the mark. Chad Corns dangerously into the pocket. He sets Stephen Salopek a task, and the Swans have won it back. Mickey O'Loughlin undecided. Farms out the hand pass. Ablett. Now they get it to Jared McVeigh in some space. He works it around the body, and the Swans have kicked the first goal of term number 3.
Well, Port have got to capitalise with Lewis Roberts Thompson in the ruck. They've got the bigger, stronger ruckman, and just while he's out there, they've got to do better from these stoppages.
Goods trying to march through traffic. Gets it back from Jared Moore, who's been impressive. Barlow. Moore intelligently. Ryan O'Keefe. The lead of O'Loughlin. The pass did him no favours.
Downfield.
Jared Moore was knocked down after disposing of the ball, and a free kick to Sydney.
Well, the downfield, well, the more possession didn't go there. The more possession was the possession before. So the downfield, I would have thought, would have been back in the middle of the ground. But They've probably got it in the right hands.
They'll be very happy with this.
No, Lachlan.
He's already kicked 2 goals, 1 for the day. Just the 7 possessions. But he doesn't miss these opportunities too much.
Goal kicker in the first term and again in the second. O'Loughlin comes in and sneaks it through for his third, and Sydney lead by 37 points. Port Adelaide desperate for a goal, but it's Ty Kennelly who relieves the pressure for Sydney. Hand pass over the top to Kieran Jack in space.
Someone's going to have to come at him here. He can keep running.
The left footer looks for O'Loughlin, who comes out strongly.
Once again, that pace of Kennelly out of the back half, and Kieran Jack, very valuable young player. It's been a great find. That's a good mark, hard to stop.
Here's O'Loughlin running into the open goal. A major error from Port Adelaide, and the Swans have kicked 6 without reply.
Well, I'll tell you what, that'll just... He's so disappointed with that performance there by Port Adelaide. Look at the run. Kennelly generated that from deep in defence. Terrific play. Little Jack involved again. Normally you'd call a player back there, but Bevan let it go for Mickey O'Loughlin, and then the 1-2, and no one within 20 metres. Mark Williams will be going bananas up in the coach's box.
Lade and Jolly at it again. Jared McVeigh runs onto the loose ball. Sweeping hand pass. Looking for Buchanan. Head of Surge, and Buchanan brings it back to the corridor. Goods takes the mark. Goal kicker last week against the Saints. Goods comes in, likes it off the boot, and Sydney are toying with Port now. Swans go to Barlow.
Again, a hit-up pass.
Buchanan.
He's got too much space.
Shrugs the tackle. Barry Hall on the lead. Good job from Sydney. Twice the leading goal kicker at St Kilda prior to that, and he makes no mistake.
Middle.
Jolly slaps it forward once more. Running onto it. It's Jude Bolton with a banana kick. He loves it. The Swans have kicked 6 in a row here in the third term. As Kirk slaps it out of there to Jude Bolton. Now Matner. Sydney just with all the answers at the moment. A little over 3 minutes out from three-quarter time.
Port Adelaide have gone 2 men loose in defence. Motlop and Brogan now.
Bevan around the tackle of Sean Burgoyne. Now launches it to the goal square. Leo Barry lurking.
And the full-back, their All-Australian full-back, has been able to push forward. And the time the ball did come in long and straight, the spare man for Port Adelaide wasn't able to get to the contest, and it's ended up a very good mark. And this man doesn't kick too many goals. He'll go back, he'll be savouring this moment. Not sure what his form is. It'll be from a while ago, I would have thought.
He hit 4 goals last season.
You'd hope he could kick it from here.
Leo Barry comes in, makes the goal umpire do some work, but the Swans are running riot. Coming up for disposal number 18, the most of any player in the game. At the back, Thurston's working into Leo Barry.
He's gone into the ruck, Thurston's. Robert Thompson in the ruck for the Swans.
Brogan tabbing it down. Leo Barry charging through, lost the ball. Sean Burgoyne, good footwork. Inside the centre square, unloads. Port Adelaide break the drought and get a much needed goal. Now McVeigh running hard, handball over the top in that direction.
He's run all day. He's run hard all day, McVeigh.
Barry Hall comes back with a flight of it. Showed a lot of courage to take the mark. Goal kicker in the second and third quarters, Barry Hall. Likes it off the boot. The fans behind like it as well. He's kicked another.
All-Australian defender. Not an overly big man compared to the players he plays on, but just always been able to get a spoil.
Sean Burgoyne works through traffic and with a bit of magic comes up with a finish. His 4th.
Yeah, boys, he actually he said that he knocked his head on the ground, so it's exactly what it showed on the footage. So he'll be okay. He's moving his arm around freely and he'll probably come back on.
Barlow against Pettigrew. Clears a path for Barry Hall. Came out strongly. Kirk quickly onto the boot. Michael O'Loughlin has put on a show today. Shares it now. Back with one of the captains. Kirk bringing it back. And Brett Kirk kicks the goal. Chad Corns taken down strongly. Not happy with it either. Getting a little heated.
Yeah, he's given a free kick away by the look of it there. It's still going on.
Scott McLaren with the instructions. Kirk restarts. Barry Hall on the charge. Takes the mark.
And two of their captains, Kirk now is starting to really flex his muscles. His fitness is starting to take its toll on his opponent. He's had the 5 possessions already at the start of this last quarter, and Barry Hall just moving extremely well this late in the game.
3 goals, 3 to his credit so far. Barry Hall will unload from 55. Looks good, is good. He has 4. Kane Corns got a Salopek that sold him into trouble holding the ball. And the Swans have been relentless today.
It's too physical.
They lead by 68 points and they are still grinding away.
And just watch the way they think their way through this. Barry Hall's got 3-on-1 inside 50, so they can't go long. Just got to find targets short and hopefully find someone 40 metres out from goal they can hit up to have a shot on goal from long range.
Craig Bolton to Kirk.
They like teams that play this sort of style against them.
Oh, they love it. They'll hit up someone here. Well, they've got one deep now if they want to go long.
Grundy for Jolly. The ruckman runs inside the 50. Nice pass.
Easy.
Barry Hall all alone.
Just a training drill from the big fella. Big Darren Jolly had too much time and space.
Good for Barry Hall's confidence too. Got a couple of late goals. He bangs this. He's got 5 today. Very good team performance today from the Swans. I reckon they've helped each other out all day. They've tried to involve each of their really good players. Tried to get them some easy possessions as well.
He's kicked 2 already this quarter. Barry Hall make that 3 for the term, 5 for the day. Daniel Pearce inside the attacking 50. Motlop, strong mark.
Strong mark against a very good opponent.
Wants to play on, gets inside Leo Barry. Motlop, who can come up with the impossible, puts the finishing touches on. Goods chops it out. Now the Swans can rebound.
There's nothing on long yet. I think O'Loughlin might get into the forward 50, and he has now.
McVeigh looks for Roberts-Thompson.
Well, Jolly might be their option.
Roberts-Thompson looking for Jolly. Just can't get enough purchase on it. Ablett taps it out. Now Bevan. Dragged down as he took the kick, but still good enough to kick the goal.
Some tired players on the ground now from both teams.
Salopek, disposal number 18, goes to Treadray. Going past Roden. Mickey O'Loughlin comes back hard. Roden dancing around. Sidesteps another Roden with an excellent finish as well. Something finally for Port Adelaide fans to cheer about.
Up to 19 possessions.
Well, his lateral running in the second half has been sensational. He really has made beelines to get on the end of balls coming down the wings from the midfield. And he's not just skunking out on the wing, you know, trying to get easy possessions. He actually ran from the middle of the ground then to get that position.
He's running 90 metres each time.
We saw Amon Buchanan's run. At this time of the match, with 3 minutes to go, you're entitled to maybe have a bounce or 2 and then kick it. He took them on only a few minutes ago. Lot to like about this win today from the Swans. This bloke's been good too.
In front of 24,761, the Sydney Swans have had their way with Port Adelaide. And McVeigh looking to add to the misery here. A kick from just outside the 50. Unloads. It's a minor score, but the Swans have come up with their highest score and their biggest ever win over Port Adelaide. A dominant display And in the final analysis, they have got home by 68 points.